You want to start a side hustle, right? But you're thinking, I don't have enough money. What if I told you for as little as $100, you could start your dream side hustle? I'm serious. What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the vlog. My name is Ondiro Oganga. We hit 5K subscribers. Can you believe it? I am so happy. I am so stoked. Thank you for always hanging out with me. Thank you for always subscribing, liking, showing me love. I am so grateful. Now, without further ado, I want to get into the video. It's the new year. People are thinking, planning, re-strategizing, and just rethinking everything that they do. And I thought, why not come here and share a little bit of my journalism background with you guys so that we can share some of the things that I know and I've learned over the years. Now, business is something that people always want to venture into. You want to start a business, is something you're passionate about, but money is always a problem, you know. And I sat down and asked myself, what would be like the bare minimum, say $100, right? And what kind of businesses would you start with this money? This is money you can easily raise, not necessarily easily, but you can raise by yourself, maybe from just doing little jobs here and there, or you can even like crowdsource from your friends and your family just to get yourself going and start. So I wrote a little bit of notes on my phone, so that's what I will be reading. The first business you can start with $100 here in Ghana or anywhere in the continent is makeup. I think the first thing that you can do is use that startup capital to buy makeup for your skin tone. Then this is your investment in the business. So what you'll be doing beyond this point is doing the makeup on yourself and posting the pictures on social media just to build a brand portfolio for yourself, right? So once you have your products, do your makeup on yourself, and social media has opened us up to the world. You know, like, you never know. They say your client could be a like away or a click away. So you buy your makeup products, you do your makeup, you post it up there, and you be very aggressive in the way you're marketing yourself. Know your niche. What kind of makeup do you want to do? Are you a bridal makeup kind of person? Are you, say, an official kind of makeup kind of person? Like, do you do office makeup? Do you do events makeup? Do you do drag makeup? Do you do, you know, like, are you the nighttime queen when someone has a gig or an event they're going to? Are you the person that they're coming to for makeup? So I think makeup would be a great place to start, particularly if you're a makeup artist. And you know, social media has made these things really easy. Like right now you have reels. Like, you can do reels just showing people before, after, how you get to certain looks, you know, small tutorials here and there of how to do your eyebrows. And this is something that could easily and really work for you. And once you build that portfolio, I assure you clients will start coming in. And once you have clients, that's it, you are good to go. The second business I would say is scents. Now, scents have become a big deal, not necessarily in terms of perfume, but people just want to smell nice. People want to feel good about themselves. And it's not just scents for the body, even at home. People want their homes to smell nice. So this means besides perfume, there's a market for candles, there's a market for diffusers, there's a market for things like bath bombs. So I would, if you have that kind of money, you can at least source for candles, and not Victoria's Secret candles. You can get like industrial guys who make candles and then buy scents, the essential oils, add it yourself, package it, and the moment it's properly packaged, I assure you, once you post it on social media and the product is good, people will come to get your product. The third one is branding for small businesses, and this is for people who are in media most of the time, and you think, yeah, I'm just a media guy, what can I do? Well, you can start by doing branding for small businesses. I see a lot of small businesses whose branding is just a total letdown. But if you approach these people, you have your small startup fund and you say, hey, for your first gig, let me do this for you. You use your startup capital, you do branding for them. Let's say someone who makes sanitizers, you make nice branding for the bottles, you make nice branding for them, say posters and stuff that they can share on their digital platforms, gift cards and stuff like that. You will make money for as long as, particularly here, your initial capital is just to fulfill your first order, and then once you're paid, you invest back in the business. And I think here I tied it in with the point of product photography. you find people who are extremely really good photographers, but they're just that, like, look for these small businesses and do photography for them. Whatever small amount that they're paying, take it and then build from there. SMEs are always looking. SMEs just know that small businesses are trying to find a way to put themselves out there and to make their brand visible, and if you can offer them that at an affordable price, I promise you they're going to onboard you. The other one, still with media, is Reels for small businesses. Still ties with the point that businesses are looking for visibility, and they cannot afford traditional advertising because traditional advertising is really expensive. Shooting Reels is something you can do with your phone, right? So still, the $100 would be just maybe to help you go to your shoot. If you need maybe someone to help you edit, or just the small things, to help you, maybe you need to buy a sheet to become a green screen for you, or maybe you need to get maybe a small light or a tripod. These are things that you can use this as initial capital to start. And Reels are things that you can shoot with your phone. You go, you shoot nice Reels for them, you edit for them, you give it to them, they post it on their social media platforms, because honestly, businesses don't have a lot of place to post besides social media because they can't afford TV. They post there, they pay you your money, they'll recommend you to the next person, and everyone is happy in La La Land. The fifth one, we are back to beauty, hair. Hair in this country is a booming business now. Luxury hair has been felt, but when you look around there, so many students, guys who are going to college, young people who are trying to get decent hair at an affordable price. And if you say go to AliExpress, you'll find wigs that go for as little as $10, and you can get stock, buy these wigs, sell them at a small profit, plow back the profit into your business. Now, I will not go into extreme details because they look like they're a little bit self-explanatory. Others will get into the details. The comment section is always open. So far, is there a business that you feel like resonates with you? I think the sixth experience will be Experience Travel Guide. Now, December just ended, and it's not just December. Accra, all around the year, people are always coming here. And Accra is not like, I think, other countries where it's like sort of luxury travel where you just sit in your hotel and enjoy. No, Accra is more, people get out, they want to feel, they want to be, they want to integrate with the community. You can do this. Like, I saw there's a lady, I can't remember her name, but on IG, she takes people to Makola Market, and it's something that I would book to go, going to Makola Market, shopping. So you're sort of their tour guide, but not tour guide, you're their experienced tour guide, because you're Ghanaian. You already know what's popping in this country. You know all the watch spots, the jollof spots, the nice places you can take them in the evening. You know where there are funerals, when there's a wedding, Makola Market in and out, Kanto Manto in and out. So this is something that you could do, and the initial capital is just probably the capital you'll use as your bus fare, and maybe just dressing so that you look a little bit decent, so you can look a little bit trustworthy. Are you staying with me? Can you see the point? The seventh one would be thrifting. Guys, this is a big deal. Your $100, you use it as seed capital. Go to Cantomanto at 5 in the morning, buy as much goods as you can, and right now, look at the market. What is in? Who are you targeting? Who's your target audience? Probably people who are about 30, they have a little bit of money, they don't need to be thrifting. So guys who thrift are between, say, 17 to 25. What kind of fashion are they into? They're into crop tops, mini skirts, monochrome looks, dad sneakers. Go there, look for that, and you'll buy it at almost no price. Like, it's so cheap when you go, but I know it's labor intensive because you have to turn the clothes up and down, up and down, up and down. But when you find good pieces, you can sell them for twice what you bought them. So if you bought something for 10 cedis, you can easily sell it for 20 cedis. This means you went home, you washed it, you ironed it, took a nice picture of it, post it on Instagram, leave it at that. I'm telling you, if your stuff is good, someone will buy, then recommend to another person, then another person, then another person. You're welcome. I think the eighth one would be t-shirts. Now, I know it's almost the same as clothing, but there are these new swags and new trends in town, like, say, what's up chalet? So you go, you procure t-shirts in bulk, say white t-shirts or black t-shirts, then you get someone who prints okay? Then this person who prints will write those slangs like, what's up, Chale, on the t-shirt. These are t-shirts you can sell for maybe 30 cities, 50 cities, depending on how much money you spent. And you can make your profit and keep plowing back. So what's in trend? You get t-shirts and you get different colors. The t-shirts can be in different designs. And this is something that can easily pick. I also these t-shirts are really cool because people are always trying to make a statement. People are trying to be cool. People are trying to remain trendy. So far, what is resonating with you? Comment in the comment section. Last but not least, picnics. Guys, this is a very untapped market. I'm telling you, use that money, buy a picnic basket, buy a picnic blanket, and just whatever you'll need for the picnic. So you say, I provide picnic services and this is what I can offer you. If you're 2 people, I'll give you a blanket, maybe I'll give you 2 throw pillows, and in my picnic basket I'll give you, maybe there'll be juice, there'll be a sandwich, depending on what you want. You only need 1. Take nice pictures, post on social media, ask them to recommend you, and the first picnic can be you and your friend, so that like now you can get some more clients. And when it's you and your friend, you can even split so that your initial capital goes for when you have a client. But I'm telling you, people are trying to find new ways of dating, going out on dates, and the pandemic showed us that sometimes restaurants are not the only way to date, right? So people are looking for fun ways to go out, to be intimate with their spouses. I'm telling you, if you do this, and you know, like here we have beaches and stuff like that, you will make money. There's always a need for it. And when people are dating, they're trying to impress each other. So I'm telling you, you'll have a market. Amen. Lastly, service. What service are you offering? You sit there, you say, oh, I'm an accountant. I can't run a business. I don't know what business to run. Actually, you're the business, because your skills are a service that somebody might need. You know how to balance books. I am a YouTuber. All I know is how to do journalism and do YouTube. But you can tell me, Ondiro, how about I help you look at your books? Now you're monetized on YouTube. How about I help you create a proper business plan for your business spending, with balance, your balance sheet for you and all that stuff, right? You're a photographer, all you know is photography. Start reaching out to these people outside of work and say, hey, can we? Maybe not. You know, you are a chef, you work at, say, Marriott, or you work at whatever restaurant, you make shawarmas. How about over the weekends, you just talk to people and say, look, I can come, if you're having a couple of friends over, I can come, cook for you, barbecue for you at such and such a price. Guys, think about what you know and how you can offer that service. Sometimes business is not just goods, it's goods and services. If there's a service you can offer, maximize on it. And the beauty about service is most of the time you don't need money. So let me know if these businesses resonate with you. Let me know if these are things that you could probably consider doing, and I'll see you in the next vlog.